At the end of the last book, it was decided our heroes would form a group of 10 dragons to save the world. Each tribe contributes one dragon, and I am sure that fans of the series have strong disagreements about which 10 dragons should have been picked for the mission. Like, an unknown mudwing instead of clay? Terrible choice. Lynx is great and all, but if Snowfall had been the Icewing dragon, then it actually would have made sense they dedicated all of last book to her. And of course, Peril should have been part of the mission. She would have killed all the enemies so quickly, this book would be a third as long.
Argofunk Book Review, Argofunk Book Review.
Prologue. The Abyss is demanding to have a dragon brought to it. The humans are confused by this demand. Number 1, how are they supposed to capture a dragon? They're giant. Number 2, which dragon? There's lots of dragons. It's pretty hilarious 200 pages later when the villain is all, "Arg! I wanted Sundew! Why did you bring me Luna? She's useless!" Part 1. Luna hates injustice. She wants to change the world without hurting anyone. That means she won't use her flame silk as anything other than a torch. Sure, let's have her completely ignore the one thing that makes her unique and important. She also likes to think about tapestries. Luna uses a dream visitor to communicate with her boyfriend, Swordtail. We learn how Swordtail and Luna first met and fell in love. It's sweet. I thought this was building up to an epic showdown at the end, where Luna has to fight her mind-controlled boyfriend and brother. Like, how dramatic and awesome would that have been? But as I said, Luna is very non-violent, so she doesn't really fight anyone. No amazing battles for her, and Blue is basically not in this book. Our heroes are about 2 days away from Pantala when they're attacked by a group of 20 hive wings. Luna doesn't fight. She spends the battle hovering on the sides, wondering if she should join in or not. Luna gets away with doing nothing, because early on, Sundew uses magic to turn most of the characters invisible. That isn't good enough to help win the battle. Moon, Quibbly, Tsunami, and Pineapple are all captured. Lynx and Sundew leave to help rescue them. All of these characters are gone for the rest of the book. That was a huge disappointment for me. Why bring back so many heroes from previous books if they're all going to get sidelined at the very start? I thought the whole point of Book 14 was assembling this Fellowship of the Rings. Fellowship of Dragons. It feels kind of pointless when our heroes spend a whole book getting reinforcements, and those reinforcements go bye-bye right away. Like, we totally could have skipped that. Luna and the remaining dragons wait in caves for several days until the invisibility spell turns off for unexplained reasons. They meet a human named Axolotl, who is introduced with they-them pronouns. I'm pretty sure that does not match the time period where the story takes place. Then again, who knows when these books take place? Because we are introduced to an alternate history. Humans ruled the world until 5,000 years ago. Humans did something to upset the dragons, resulting in a massive dragon attack. That's when dragons took over the world. All the humans went into hiding underground. In the underground caves, our heroes meet the Leafwing and Silkwing refugees from previous books. Luna becomes attached to a dragonette named Dusky. The humans from the prologue capture Dusky and throw him into the abyss. Part 2. Luna dives into the abyss. At the bottom is a decaying throne room, which is home to the real villain of this arc. Just like with the first Warrior Cat series, I don't think it was a good idea to introduce a new main villain 90% of the way through. Readers are naturally going to be more interested in Queen Wasp, who has been the villain since the beginning, rather than this brand new villain. I probably would have liked the villain more if he was introduced another way. He's introduced with a 50-page interlude where we see his entire backstory from start to finish. Long Visions made up half of the previous book. I quickly soured on this book upon learning half of it is also Long Visions. The villain is a bro named Cottonmouth. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cottonmouth bro? Cottonmouth is to blame for the dragons trying to kill all humans. He stole a lot of dragon eggs and subjected the babies to cruel tortures in an attempt to control them. It's like How to Train Your Dragon, but awful. He escaped to this continent, where he and a dragon named Lizard somehow melded together with the Breath of Evil plant root. The three of them are stuck together forever now. For the entire series, Cottonmouth has been using this plant to mind control everybody and take over the world. As for Lizard, she was a baby when all this happened. So for thousands of years, all she's done is sit in place and make fun of Cottonmouth. That's another problem with the book. Since Cottonmouth is constantly being heckled by Lizard, he comes across as a joke, not a serious threat. Cottonmouth gives everybody a vision of Queen Wasp questioning the captives. Moon is not one of the captives, even though she was quite clearly captured. I don't know what happened to her. Lizard agrees to help Luna's friends escape in exchange for seeing her memories. This seems like an unnecessary bargain. Quibbly and Pineapple are more than capable of escaping on their own, thanks to Pineapple's poison-shooting fangs. Cottonmouth cackles with glee, saying, the escape doesn't matter. He's already taken over one of the dragons. Part 3. It's Pineapple. Cottonmouth can mind control Pineapple. Well, why didn't he do that in the last chapter? Because then the big jailbreak wouldn't have happened. Cottonmouth as Pineapple tries to manipulate the other dragons into bringing Sundew to the abyss. Meanwhile, Luna, Dusky, and Pineapple share their memories with Lizard. Lizard is disgusted by how nice and lovey-dovey they are. Lizard thought dragons are supposed to be vicious and mean. Moon returns to the group. Thanks to her mind-reading powers, all the other dragons can share their nice memories. Luna also gives hugs. That's right. They defeat the big villain of the book with the power of hugs. Lizard has a change of heart and says, if you cut the vine, that will destroy it. This is tough to do because Luna has to maneuver around the throne room. When she can't see it, she's still seeing a vision of Pineapple. Luna cuts the vine with her flame silk, which kills Cottonmouth. Lizard gets a separate dramatic death scene, where she's renamed Freedom and sacrifices herself for the good of the world. We get a happy ending where the forests are back, Queen Wasp was arrested off-screen, and Luna gets to make tapestries again. Our heroes eagerly anticipate a new world where dragons and humans live together in harmony. The end. Post-book follow-up. Oh boy, I thought this book was a mess. The twist villain was bad, especially because it means we get 150 pages of Luna standing in place, passively watching visions of other dragons. I honestly think the book would have been better with Pineapple as the main character. Yeah, that would be a random choice, but he is there, where all the action happens. Luna is not. Quibbly and Tsunami would also have been good choices for the main character. I like the first half of the book more than the second half, but I didn't like the first half that much. Luna mostly hides in caves and meets humans. The focus on humans is, I fear, a problem that was inherited from the previous book. If this storyline had stuck with focusing on dragons and keeping Queen Wasp as the main villain, I would have liked it better. I liked how the previous book had a strong moral about the importance of understanding other people and openness to acceptance. But I think this book took it too far with the ending where love, hugs, and happy memories defeat a millennia-old monster intent on world domination. If you told me that's how book 15 would end, after I finished reading any of the violence in books 1 through 5, I would not have believed you. I give Wings of Fire number 15, The Flames of Hope, a 1 out of 10.